was like, what is really happening? And then you will see them after that coming to address their followers, to thank people for giving them the vote, and then giving people assurance they will follow whatever means it is necessary in the path of peace to see that they seek redress. And I feel encouraged. I said, if we go with all that part, then that means there's hope for this country. Even though some of us, I've never given up for this country. I have never for once. But so many people, when you talk to them outside, they will be telling you, just forget Nigeria, just forget about Nigeria. And that's why the issue of the Japa whatever that now is trending. You know, people are feeling like, let's just leave this country and just forget about the country, because nothing good will come on. But it's a process. We're seeing this thing working, and we believe and we trust God. With our prayers, God will never leave us halfway in this journey. Definitely we will see the end, and I'm assuring you there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, it's so important to know that all the political parties, individual aggrieved people are not just like following the 25th February election for the office of the president and that of House of Assembly. Like, it's interesting to know that, yes, at the end of the day, a winner was declared, president-elect, talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and then some parties were coming second, third, and all of that. Like, we had 18 political parties that vied for different positions like that. And the key, like, I think most people's attention is towards the presidency. So everybody is expecting, oh, my candidate should win, my candidate should win. But at the end of the day, like we maintain, there will be a winner and there will be losers. It's like a game. And the announcement has been made, but people are aggrieved. People are saying, no, this is birthday rigging. Some people are saying systematic rigging. Some people are calling it fraud. And then some political parties say it is far from democracy. And all of them, the beauty of it is that everybody is saying we are going to court. They asked us to go to court. We are going. We have facts. We have figures. We won. We'll reclaim our mandate. Like, so, and then some political party, earlier on, the presidential candidate of the PDP, talking about Abubakar Atiku, was saying that he's open. I think part of his speech yesterday, press statement, he said he's actually open for alliance with Labour Party. People were asking questions, saying Labour Party, ADC, and PDP coming together. They were asking questions about, okay, could it be that these political parties are coming to form alliance? And like, okay, if you're all saying the election was rigged, like Adam Soshomole was saying that definitely either PDP or Labour Party, one must be lying, because all of them are saying they actually won the election. So he said one is lying. And I was wondering, I say, if you say one is lying, that means one is saying the truth, or what you get. But when all of them are saying they are going to resort to court, and it's not stopping there. Like Aisha Yusufu, like one of the activists and supporter of Labour Party, was also of the opinion that the Labour Party won the election, and then the rigging started even from polling units. Like they rigged, she alleged rigging of election. So everybody, people are coming up with different points of view, different perspectives. But the beauty of it all is that we are heading to the court. Yes, we are going to the court. We have all the fact. We're going to employ our creativity, intelligence, technology, and we'll go to court. I like the fact that nobody is seen on the street. Even though after the announcement, there was this unusual silence, and people were expecting, oh, what will happen next? What will happen next? But the fact that these political parties, their presidential candidate, their leaders, have addressed their followers, their supporters, I think is indeed commendable. And saying that you're going to do everything within the Constitution, I think it says well of an individual. So like we here, we've been applauding Nigerians because they actually turned out, they exercised their civic responsibility, and they did that peacefully, even though the process was like not really as expected, going by the Electoral Act. Election, in some places the INEC officials even appeared before the time that the election was supposed to commence, that's 8:30, and in some places they appeared like even an hour after the time that counting is supposed to start, that's 2:30 or even fast. Some places called and say, oh, we didn't even see any INEC official, and in some constituency the election was declared inconclusive, even though INEC said they are going to conduct elections in all those areas after the gubernatorial election and State House of Assembly. So statesmen are coming, and that is one of the Choice 2023. Will continue to bring updates even as they come. So the governing party, the party that actually won, also made a statement following the press statement of the Labour Party and then the PDP. And I would like us to watch, so that yesterday we watched the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and earlier today we watched the presidential candidate of the PDP. So now the governing party are saying, we too, we are going to courts. Let's watch the APC press statement.
Intellectual fraud committed yesterday by Mr. Peter Obi in his press conference, which is also linked to the issue of the ban, is what I want to point out. Now, everybody in this country and internationally know that Peter Obi has a penchant for lying, seriously lying machine. That lying machine we thought would be limited or restricted to the campaign podiums, but obviously this is after the campaign. At his press conference yesterday, he said with a lot of emotions that what he wanted to come and stop in Nigeria is fraud, corruption, and he gave an example of his own type of corruption. When we psychoanalyze such a person at that level, spewing lies and fake statistics, he must be an incorrigible liar. And when a person is an incorrigible liar, there is a deeper problem. The problem is pathological.
One handwriting filled all the from ECWATelevision in one complete word. One particular handwriting. What that means is that nothing took place or did not take place, and they went to somebody's house to fill all the from ECWATelevision. One handwriting. Go and check. And these are people who are coming, and pretend to be on the moral high ground. In other cases, what happened was that in order to meet the requirement of beavers accrediting voters, the land of the people accredited them and told them to go home, and then began to comprint for them to meet that number accredited, all LP, and put them in the ballot box.
First of all, that Peter Obi is an incorrigible liar is a fact. But quite apart from that, we have to understand that the PDP, which is the real focus that I have to say, and I have to focus on, are a castrated machine. Totally and completely castrated. They came into this election, as Dele said, without all their limbs intact. So the outcome was very obvious from the start. We knew this would happen. We also knew that they would whine, they would lie, they would complain, and they would feed their own egocentric nature that their candidate told yesterday. But we understand the pain, so we can allow them to do that. I mean, that's perfectly natural when you've lost an election and your party has been totally and completely decimated. So it's understandable. What I think is something that we just cannot forgive is the attempt to incite Nigerians, because there is an attempt to incite Nigerians against INEC and against this result and against our candidate. This is unacceptable. To get on national TV and quote and say that our candidate was described as a drug baron in a foreign land is utterly shameless. For Atiku to say that, he's nothing but shameless. This mandate was given by 8 million Nigerian citizens, born free, freely gave them, almost 9, freely gave their mandate. Are we to be pushed around? Are we to be told that we're insignificant? Are we not Nigerians as well? We will go to court. We will defeat them in court. We will defend our mandate, and they must not incite. We know where this is all heading. We will not allow it to happen. There will be no June 12th. This election will stand. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be the president of Nigeria for the next 4 to 8 years by God's grace.
Well, that press statement was from APC, PCC, and more like a counter allegation, as they allege, of Labour Party as well as PDP. But quickly, another senior advocate of Nigeria made a statement. I would like us to link up with that.
Yeah, my take is that the just concluded election was poorly done, poorly handled, obviously manipulated, obviously compromised. There's no question about that. That the Electoral Act of 2022 makes it clear in several sections upload results from the polling units, and there are about 127,974 polling units in Nigeria. The constitutional requirement is that you must upload results from these polling units. But what we saw was INEC resorting to manual, mutilating results, shutting down their portal for over 24 hours, during which time all the heavy burden of legitimacy and lack of it on his neck like an albatross. It is clear from the provisions of the Constitution, to check sections 132 to 134, that the winner of the presidential election must not only win plurality of the votes, that is the most number of votes, he must also win 25% in each of at least 2/3 of the Nigerian states and the Federal Capital Territory. What does that mean? You must get 25% in 24 states and the Federal Capital Territory. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not score 25% in FCT. Well, I do not know, but even if he scored in 24 without scoring 25% in FCT, he could not and he should not have been declared president-elect, as INEC wrongly did. So all these are matters that must and will be challenged at the tribunals.
Well, that's Mike OZEKHOME, a senior advocate of Nigeria. Like we said earlier on, there are allegations, counter-allegations. Everyone is alleging. People are aggrieved. Some are resorting to court. Some are talking. But the beautiful part of it all is the fact that nobody is on the streets. And I think I must applaud Nigerians on that. You heard what the APC-PCC has said, and as well as the senior advocate of Nigeria talking about Mike OZEKHOME. What do you make of that?
Well, what they say is not far-fetched, because you expect that definitely they will respond, and in responding, I by seeing the caliber of people that are there, you know, following their antecedent, their activeness in the political terrain, you know, one will expect that they will say that. In fact, to me, I will tell you that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, they didn't say anything. Yes, to me, I will tell you that they didn't say anything. Give them more time, they will say worse things than what they said. You know, but it's their opinion. It's a democratic setting. Everybody is free to say his mind. And you know how they defended their principal officer, you know, His Excellency the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was campaigning. You know, they did everything possible. Any vocal person that you know around that party, you know, they co-opt him so that he would defend their candidate. And what do you expect?
But I think it's constitutionally right.
Yeah, what I'm saying is normal. It's normal. He won. So what I'm trying to say, definitely you will expect them, all of them, to come, not to be quiet, because already he's been declared the winner, and they know people will say so many things about the process, the irregularities. Then definitely they will come, they will defend. But the point here, you know, when you will say Labour Party candidate is a liar, and then is a psychological fraud, you know, everything that he said, well, it's left for Nigerians. They listen to all of them, you know, and I believe they may have scrutinized whatever each of them said and then digest it. And Nigerians already have taken their position. So
I think we should open the phone line so that we'll get reactions from Nigerians. Our phone lines are now open for you to call and add your voice to the discussion. It is the Choice 2023. Sambo Sulomo, a lot of reactions, like you said. I'm not surprised, honestly. I'm not surprised. Like yesterday, but the beautiful part of it, like I always emphasize, is the fact that it is the focus should be national interest. So everybody is saying, I'm fighting to build a better Nigeria. I'm fighting to build a better Nigeria. And even the president-elect is saying, my arms are open for every other political party that lost to come together so they can build Nigeria. And then some people are saying, you cannot be called His Excellency when the process that brought you to power is not excellent. There are a lot of questions about it. And like the federal government are saying, INEC are saying, you have your facts, please, to other parts of the court. And like I said, this is the time that the court need to redeem its image, because we've had from different, like Nigerians called, some will tell you, I have zero confidence in our judiciary. We've had times where orders were made even by the Supreme Court, like the apex court, that you would expect that if they give an order, every other organ and every individual remain muted. But you see the like broad day disobedience to the law. And sometimes I just wonder, how do the international world look at us? Like, so I think the judiciary now is the time for them to redeem their image.
You see, we are used to a particular system. Yes, that everything goes. Anything goes. It's either you just feel you should buy time, or you just feel naturally the thing will die off. Just take an example with the issue of Naira redesign, the Naira swap and the saga and everything. I want to draw my
I think we have a caller. Monday, good evening and welcome to the Choice 2023.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Monday Musa calling from Niger State.
Thank you,
Please,
Monday.
Go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, I think this election is not free and fair because what the people are doing is not okay by us. Because we went to vote out, to vote our country, and what we are doing is what we voted for. So I urge Mr. President to do just as he said, he has some free. That is my.
Thank you so much, Monday Musa, for calling from Niger State.
I think he's not really loud enough.
He said the election.
I don't know if it's from the technical angle.
Probably. He said the election is not free and fair, and is urging Mr. President to do the needful. And I think what is not far from what others too are saying. So
you see, even the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar called on the president. He said it's not too late. That name that he said he want to leave, he can redeem himself. Even
we have another caller. Okay. Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Please make your contribution.
Yeah, my contribution is that, madam.
Okay.
Okay. I just want to say, this our country, Nigeria, I don't know how this is going to end. Seriously, because always, this our election in Nigeria, we don't deserve it. We need to do the right thing. But all we are seeing and what we are doing is so good at all. And the way the people talk before this time election that we do, I didn't expect that we will see a result like this. Because this concerning the election, what we call, this is where they carry code that we should use in and do election. Because I thought that very time, the thing will just carry our voters car, maybe when we just carry the thing, reach there, the thing will just snap the thing, send it where the people will not even do this kind of thing that they are doing now. But I suppose that the day we just and snap picture just like that. You still carry your hand and vote. This person, for how long? You know, maybe this thing will not make sense. Before the council go, you know, something bad will come inside. So I should say that what our leader, our men, those that God has really give them opportunity, they should do the right thing. Because we that we are bad now, it's so good. For how long we going to continue like this in our country? Please, I beg God to help us. And I ask God to see us through all these kind of things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, James, for calling. Still talking about the process.
Yes, God will help us. Now, you see, everywhere is talking about the process. People reaction from the high, the middle, and the low. Everybody is talking about the process from the angle of their own little understanding. You understand? Like the example I'm setting. You know, people lost they lost confidence in the judiciary. But look at the judgment today. You know, the court says the old.
I think we have a caller. Hello, good evening. Oh, Esther from Abia. How is Abia this evening?
Evening, please go ahead with your contribution.
We promised that the rivers was going to be something that the results are going to be transmitted and it's going to be a fair election. And that was what our president thought. So we are surprised at us and everything. Which, we are not really, I'm not too bothered about that because the way it is like this is just that part. That's the thing. But we are just beckoning on the and the federal government at large. They should look into the truth and do something for us. Especially all the youth of this nation. And without us, I can tell you, this cannot go further. So they should try and help us and give us a breathing space where we can breathe and go ahead with it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esther, for calling.
Yeah, a wonderful contribution.
True.
Yes, the issue of Japa is not the thing now. Let's fix this country. It's possible. Even if you are thinking of Japaring now, you understand, you would think that you would just go with your entire family.
Even if you're going as an individual, those countries that you're seeing have a system that works.
Yes.
So if you're going there, it's either you have a skill or you're going, like, you must add value to the system as well. It's not a place that you just go, it has been built for, and you just want to go and enjoy it like that. So there are prizes to be paid as well. So
Sure. And you see, if the youths are going and then the youth of that country are working really hard to make the system work where you are going, then the youth, you are going there. No, stay in your country, fix it. They start somewhere. And
appreciate.
Yes, and this is the process. And if there's anything that I will say, I applaud the Supreme Court. Yes, they may have given so many orders, but the people that are supposed to implement it refuse. So it may not be really the problem of the court, but the implementers. Okay, now they have given go ahead that this all Naira currency should run till 31st of December. But just imagine, the kind of hardship, the whole entire process, cost the common Nigerian. That's just the point. And the leader should not supposed to even see his masses, going through such kind of hardship, and then you will sleep well. I remember always you ask this question: how do they sleep? Yes, how do they sleep? Somebody with his money he cannot access. He doesn't even have the money. The system is not even supporting him. The little thing that he has to even work. You understand? So with the judgment today, I begin to see hope. I'm beginning to see hope. Yeah. Look at what Mike OZEKHOME said today. He said the process is poorly is poorly done, and then the system is manipulated. You can't grow with such kind. And if you ask how many people
well, let's speak with Solomon. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hey,
evening. Thank you for calling.
This is Solomon calling from Natarawa.
Okay, thank you, Solomon. Please go ahead with your contribution.
My contribution is what I want to say about this election. They tell us that they're going to be free and fair. So, as I see the election is not free and fair, the way they do this election. Because me, I know what I vote. I will not see fire burning me. Then again, tomorrow, the social will go and put on the fire, and I will keep put hand. Look at the hardship we are suffering in this, on this our money. We have to value our money. And this government has not done anything to reconcile this issue. Then the time of election has come for us to do. This election we did it, nobody give us CC. We just do this election free, nobody give us money. We did the election asthma, the election is not counted. That is why some of us say we're not going to waste our time to go and vote. That is my own contribution.
Thank you so much, Solomon, for calling from Nasarawa State. If good people fold their hands and ignore the process, bad people will emerge and they will make policies that will not be good for the good people. So I think regardless, let's keep pushing, let's keep doing our part. Let's not give up. Like when we give up, it's like opening rooms for terrible. Imagine that you participated in the process and things, you are still in a peril situation. Then think about it when you fold your hands. You get. So I think let's not get to that point where the Bible says when we have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Shamal Augustine Kumba from Kaduna.
Thank you so much, Shamal, for calling. Please make your contribution.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Joy and Solomon, my dearest brethren. I want to say this with a loud voice that the election that took place is God that has to be first. Let us see it as a mission, the livelihood of humanity. Whoever that tried to truncate what God has for Christianity in Nigeria. We are not saying this because we are biased. Neither shall we say because we are equal children. We are born and brought up in equal family. As equal family, we are disciplined and very committed to be disciplined. So whatever that has to do with this life, we have to commit to the hand of God. If the Israelites were taken out of the hand of Egypt, what are we saying in Nigeria? Nigeria just a knockout. If we can be committed to give all that we have God. I'm telling you with the trouble of my heart that if we are passing through the courts in Nigeria, that we cannot even go, you have your money in your account, can't even withdraw. But my sister, I don't know when an admit in my house. I have the money in my account, but I can't keep it. I'm calling from Sabontisha, Kaduna, Chukulaga government, and one Bulus community. If I tell you what we are passing through, you have your money, you can access your money. If you can say this with every loud feeling that APC will win election in Nigeria with this context, I don't know where we are taking ourselves to. It's all the same. We give God the glory. There's nothing that's more than God. The God that will start is full of His own infinite mercy that we never turn back against His own. I want to say this to Christians. No Christian will fight against this election. God in His infinite mercy above is fighting the cause. We'll see a dramatic turnout on this election. I enjoyed the program and I appreciate what is being discussed this evening.
Thank you.
I cried when this result was announced. Not because I hate Tinubu. Tinubu is a human being like any other person. But the Muslim faith is something that despises the Christianity in this country. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Shamal, for calling. Like, emotions are really high, you get. And like he said, he's not against Tinubu, the president-elect, and we are not against anybody that at the end of the day emerge. But what we are talking about is the credibility of the process of that individual emerging. I know that people have called and expressed zero confidence in the judiciary. Some have said, oh, we will not go out and vote in the governorship election. But we're encouraging not to tour that path. Already with the Supreme Court order earlier expire on today. You know that the case about the Naira swap was in court. It was filed, the suit was filed by 3 governors, and then other governors joined, about 16 governors. Even though it was supposed to be, the judgment was supposed to be taken 22nd of February, it was adjourned to 3rd March. Earlier today, the Supreme Court ordered the circulation of old 200 Naira, 500 Naira, and 1,000 Naira notes till December 31st. And then the court nullified the federal government policy, declaring it as an affront to the 1999 Constitution. They also added that the president's disobedience to the February 8th order was a sign of dictatorship. And I'm bringing this because of what the caller said, that they are suffering in their places because of this Naira issue. You have money in your account, but you don't have access to it. We are not against the policy. It is the methodology, just the way we are talking about the 2023 presidential election as well as the National House of Assembly. We are not against whoever emerges the winner, but how transparent is the process? What is the credibility of the process that brought the person in? You get, so in all of it, let's remain calm. Let's not say, oh, we will not participate in the process. Oh, I won't, because at the end of it, let's go all out. I think we have a caller.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello,
Good evening. Thank you for calling The Choice on ECWATelevision.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Please go ahead with your contribution, please.
Good. How are you?
Well, we lost that call. Please do well to call us. Let's know what you think about the election. Lots of reactions are coming. Sambo Solomon.
Yes, yeah, you are right, Joyce. You are right. And then you see, like I said earlier, now Nigerians begin to see hope, because I just pray that God will turn the heart of our leaders. Just the way they felt it is important with this coming of the policy, even though they are not even against the policy, but they are looking at the timing. They feel it's the wrong timing. Nigerians have cried a lot, particularly during this regime, of how things have been so hard, difficult, the issue of terrorism, the issue of kidnapping, the issue of killing here and there, affected so many. I think we have a caller.
Please do well to call us, and when you call us, kindly move away from your television set or turn down the volume. That way we can hear you and you hear us, and we will save time. Thank you.
Yeah. So you see, and then now the policy is coming at this time. That's why people ask, I didn't think Mr. President is coming back for the second term. Would he have bring this policy at this time? Is a question that up to today no one from this regime answered that question, and you know the answer. I know the answer. You understand? But what we are trying to say, okay, there's a transition that is going, and you allow this policy, and then the masses have spoken, and then this is what they are seeing. That is why you talked about the issue of unusual silence, and that is what is going. But what we are saying now, the beam light.
All right, let's pick this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Monday. Thank you for calling The Choice 2023.
All right.
Shama.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello,
please go ahead.
Yeah, my contribution is this. I think the election is not free and fair.
Okay.
Because this is not what we the youth expect. You know that we the youth, some of us came down from overseas. Like most of the youth came down from overseas just to vote, to cast their vote. And after all those things, we discovered that the election is not free and fair. How can they shut down the network for 24 hours? So we the Nigerians, we are not satisfied with the result they called. So I think if the election is not, if they can't repeat the election, then they should just make sure that the election is free and fair.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
so
my
much.
contribution.
Thank you, Monday.
Thank you so much, Monday, for calling. Indeed, patriotism is the love for one's country. No wonder some people have to travel.
Most people feel like they were being tricked. They were being scammed. Because yes, do you know what it takes for you to travel from overseas just to come and exercise your franchise in your own given country? That means so many people out there believe in the country. Imagine, they will say that there is a free flight for every Nigerian that is out to just come and cast his vote. And
we have another caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
I think Charles is having challenge with the network. Charles, do well to end the call and call us back. All right.
Yes. So you see how Nigerians believe in the country, because we believe that we are heading towards the path of getting things right. And every patriotic Nigeria, we told that part. We told that part, and we are cool. But you see, Nigeria cannot work without the system. You know, one time in this country, they call certain sector, certain parastatal with some kind of name was taken, and they said which organization is the most corrupt, or institution is the most corrupt in Nigeria. And you know the statistics then when they were calling NEPA then. You know, when they were calling NEPA, they were calling police. You understand, because they feel these institutions are not working. But don't forget, these institutions, people mount them. And
let's speak with our caller from Ghana. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, madam. How are you?
Okay, good
fine.
evening.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. ECWATelevision. How are you guys doing?
Fine,
we are good. How is Ghana today?
Okay, I'm enjoying your program.
Thank you.
Oh, we are good. We are very fine.
That's good. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, so concerned about the anomalies, the irregularities that we have seen in the election that we just had. I'm told the electoral commissioner promised to transfer us to publish the votes through electronic medium. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And then we saw a lot of people were enfranchised. We also saw that the main party, we're talking about APC, used a lot of talks to carry these ballot boxes, and then the night before the announcement of the election was done, and so the whole system went off. And so this election cannot be said to be free and fair. It is characterized with a lot of irregularities, and for that matter, it should be condemned at every level. And so if we want a positive change in this country, the way we are handling issues of law in Nigeria must change. Those who are placed at the hand of affairs must uphold the law that they have agreed to uphold. And for that matter, I totally call for the cancellation of the whole electoral process. No matter how much it will cost us, when we get it right, it will be better for us.
Thank you so much, Engineer Amadi. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. Well, people are still
calling for cancellation. I think now the whole thing left the hand of INEC is with the judiciary. So the judiciary will see, because even in judiciary, there's a position of the law, there's a position of national interest. So they will check cancellation. What will it cost? But yes, if the cancellation, the court deem it fit that is what will put Nigeria in the right track, I think.
We have a caller. Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
The situation of this ongoing cannot make Nigeria be so happy for what. So how wish the people in charge total opportunity
a leader in our own. Then I hope also the state, each one of us will play a good and a better platform.
Well, I think the network is not really good.
The line is not too clear. Please do well to call us back, if you can still get us, even though
our time is actually fast spent.
Yes,
but I think we shouldn't build a country where less than 10% of the population are becoming the determinal of democracy. Like, let's have a nation where the votes of the majority.
I think up to 10%.
You get like vote of the maybe people talk about structures and all of that.
Just my personal
opinion. So I think democracy is about government of popular participation. Whoever emerged should be winner of majority of lawful votes. So a lot of people are talking about it is the process. I will still keep maintaining we are not against whoever become winner, but the process to which the leader emerged. If the house is built on faulty foundation, then there wouldn't be hope for a great, for the building to stand. But in a situation whereby it is built on a good foundation, then of course the building will start. So I think it's very important for us to do the needful observations that are being made. Let's look into it. Well, I like the fact that everybody is storing the part of the court. And with this order coming from the Supreme Court saying that yes, the 200, 500 naira, 1,000 naira, old notes can go on hand in hand with the new note till 31st December. Like, the policy is still on ground, but it should go on till 31st December. I think people will begin to have hope in the judiciary. So let's not give up on the system. Let's do our part and watch it, pray, and I think God is going to help us. I think that's the much we'll take. But before we go, maybe
the change, like I always say, start with us, because people mount the system that we always talk about. So let's just try and do the right thing. And then for the upper Saturday coming general election, the gubernatorial, we shouldn't be tired, we shouldn't be discouraged. Let's just come out. Still, it is still us Nigerians. It's not about any party, it's about the right people that are seeking for office in different political parties. Let's fish them and give them this opportunity, because we are towards part of changing the narrative on Nigeria. Let's give them this opportunity. It doesn't matter from where they are standing, as long as you check their credibility. Come on Saturday, make a statement. I think this is the time that youth will still come out and make more statement than before, because we learned from everything that happened. It's just an eye-opener, if you ask me. So let's just come, let's not be tired, and just come and cast our vote.
Well, let's remain calm. Let's not resort to the breakdown of laws. Let's avoid statements and comments that will incite violence. Let's do the needful by thinking towards March 11 to go out, mobilize, and exercise your civic responsibility by voting your gubernatorial candidate as well as State House of Assembly. This is the much we can take on today's edition of The Choice 2023. Until we come your way next time, for now, you remain blessed. Bye-bye.